What is up everybody, it is me DevilNeverCry, and today's video is going to be on DMC Pinnacle of Combat, the mobile game that kind of went radio silent after DMC 5's release, but we got a lot of info to cover here. So before we get started, make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with everything DMC. With that out of the way, let's dive right in. So we're going to be covering two big things in this video. The first of which is the new trailer that dropped just hours ago, as well as some details regarding the gameplay, how it's going to work, and to what extent Capcom is actually involved. The second big thing we're going to talk about is the beta registration. Now, that might sound a bit iffy because I obviously don't know Chinese, but thanks to RK, some of you may know him, a big member in the community, the mad lad that flew out to all the DMC 5 pre-release events just to play the game. He's actually helped me go through the beta registration, and we're going to be diving into it step by step so that you guys who aren't in China or any of the territories that the beta registration is open to will be able to sign up and potentially play the game before its full release in 2020. And of course, it goes without saying, big shout out to RK, thank you so much dude for getting in contact. This wouldn't have been possible without you, so yeah, big props to him. So as you can see, we're kicking it a little bit old school here. You guys can see my screen, you can see the trailer. I'll be giving my brief thoughts on it, and then I'll be going over some of the details that we've managed to get translated, so we can dive a little bit more into what this game actually is. Obviously got the good old Capcom logo, the Theme Negru, Yu Chang game, people that are making this game obviously, a very iconic setting here. Dante, Virgil. Looking absolutely crazy in this engine. The classic DevilNeverCry kicks in. And you've got Ruben Langdon voicing him obviously. Now this is obviously a new sort of setting. The game's going to have plenty of new settings, which kind of calls into question the canon. But we've got plenty of locales, which is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And then we're beating up enemies that look similar to what we're used to, but very different. Classic moves, prop shredder, million stab. And we're going to be going over what exactly is in this game in terms of combat, like jump cancelling and weapon switching, because, oh boy, they are in. Oh god, not the enigmas. I absolutely hated these enemies on Dante Must Die. You can see some new moves actually being implemented here, which is pretty hype. A mid-air high time, insane. I saw a shotgun, I saw Agni Rudra. A classic scene lifted directly from the DMC anime, that was. Freeze frames. This game is looking so good, it's ridiculous. That looks like a remake of Beowulf. That's supposed to be Phantom, I believe. What else have we got? More cutscenes. Virgil spin to win move there, Jesus. But there we have it. That is the trailer. So, well, it's not done yet, is it? So now we'll be diving into some of the details that we managed to get translated. So let's switch right over to that. Speaking of details, this paragraph was lifted directly from the website and translated, and it states, entering closed beta and scheduled for a full release in 2020, Devil May Cry Pinnacle of Combat aims to bring DMC to a mobile experience. Under intense supervision by Capcom, the game will feature weapon switching, jump cancelling, just frame dodges, and stylish counterattacks. The combat system will also feature new and returning moves such as prop shredder. A new story, supervised under Capcom, is in development, showcasing previously unseen information to the world of Devil May Cry. And that, folks, is why I am fucking hyped for a mobile game. It's not often that I say that, but this is definitely one of those cases. So it seems that Capcom is very, very involved with this game. Obviously, DMC is, you know, it's a property that they really care for, obviously, so they're not just going to license the game out willy-nilly and let people fuck about with it. But things like weapon switching and jump cancelling, fantastic. Nobody would have assumed those would be in the game, but they are. And things like, obviously, just frame dodges, stylish counterattacks, the thing is, we're not uncertain as to how well this is all going to merge together. Obviously on a mobile game, it's going to have touchscreen controls, I'd imagine. I'm hoping that you can use it with some sort of peripheral where you can, I don't know, plug a controller into your phone and play the game that way. But it does sound very, very promising in terms of gameplay. Obviously, the game looks amazing for a mobile game, don't get it twisted. The visuals are fantastic. They're kind of in line with what we expect with a Devil May Cry game. Obviously, not going to be reaching the heights of Devil May Cry 5 because of the disparity between mobile and console, but that is to be expected. And in regards to a new story, that sounds fairly interesting. Now, from the offset with one of the older trailers, we kind of figured that it wouldn't be canon, so to speak, because obviously there were some scenes that directly contradicted with the games, i.e. Lady appearing at the top of Temenegru to fight along with Dante and Virgil. That didn't happen in DMC 3 obviously. But it seems that Capcom is again supervising it, so perhaps they're, putting this forward as some sort of alternate dimension or, alternative take on what would have happened. We're uncertain, but again, closed beta. Going to be a full release in 2020. We've got a bunch of things to be hyped for. But yeah, speaking of a closed beta, let's get right into how exactly you can sign up and get involved. So we are moving on to the second part of the video now, where we're going to be going over the beta registration. And again, big shout out to RK for helping me with the translation. So you want to click on this link right here, and that will take you directly to the website where this will pop up. You can do this on your mobile, you can do this on your PC, which is what I am doing now. Obviously you can be greeted with all this writing, you'll be, shit, what does this mean? Boom. We move straight on. You want to hit the red button and you want to put in the following information. So you're going to want to put your phone number here, and you're going to want to put your country extension code. Each country has their own extension code. If we look down here, these are numbers you're going to want to put on the left. These are all the currently supported countries, by the way. As you can see, we got a decent amount of regions: India, Vietnam, Japan, Mexico, America, China, obviously. Europe and the UK, you kind of got screwed here. Me being from the UK, I'm obviously not too happy about it, but at the moment there's not really much I can do other than help you guys who are able to sign up. Other than that, you're going to want to put in the verification code you get into here. I guess this is kind of like a captcha to make sure you're not a bot. And then you're going to want to put the SMS code that you receive into this box. Friend code doesn't really matter because we don't really have one at the moment. You'll receive the first SMS with a 4-digit code. You must input the verification code into the section, and the code will only last you for 15 minutes, so do not dilly-dally when you're putting this in. Then, you'll receive a second message confirming that you registered with Yuchang Games for Devil May Cry Pinnacle of Combat. Upon completing your registration, you'll be given your friend code. The QR code will also be given to you, so you can follow the official channels in WeChat and QQ, which is, again, a separate registration. That's kind of, you don't really need to know about that if you're not interested, but that is essentially how you register. That's the QR code that was mentioned before, and that's it. So, I mean, if you're in one of those regions, good luck to you. You'll be able to play the game. I unfortunately won't be because I am in an unsupported region. So I guess that pretty much covers what I kind of wanted to in this video. It's been a while since we've heard anything from DMC Pinnacle of Combat. We had that last blowout, or the announcement in fact of it, right before DMC 5's release. And then ever since then there's just been nothing but radio silence. We had smatterings of a pre-release or some sort of beta, but we basically had nothing. Everybody had lost hope, abandoned all hope, so to speak, and lo and behold, it resurfaces looking as good as ever. Again, if you enjoyed today's video, do be sure to leave a like, as it does help the channel. Make sure that you're obviously subscribed as well, so you stay up to date on anything and everything DMC. And let me know, what do you think about DMC Pinnacle of Combat? Are you hyped or are you skeptical? As always, people, it has been me, DevilNeverCry. I would like to thank all of you for watching, and as always, I'll see you all next video.